say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The following broadcast is an official production of the Faulkner Sports Network.
All right, so you see, usually, nice
Right
with the stage
out.
spike. Oh my gosh, such low damage.
There with that upbeat.
Absolutely.
Nice jabs there. That was.
So now Pikachu really having more of his way with Jigglypuff here.
Very nearly a knockout.
Oh,
There it is.
Drag down
folks.
into critical with Thunder. Yeah. All right, so nice with the down
Amazing.
spike.
Because if I'm in that position as the young one, I literally just stand there.
Yeah.
Gets him with the Thundogga. Nice.
Oh, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Oh, come on.
Oh, well, there he is. There he is.
Man, neutral me with 2 kills on that one.
They're both literally at 150.
Nice. Yes.
Great job.
That you're seeing because that hero is so
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
good reflect.
she's not as heavy as Link is actually one of the
Nice.
Nice,
Good read
Pikachu.
there.
Regitar USA High Res Arena. We are here for the Faulkner Esports production of Super Smash Bros. Blue versus South Florida. So it's going to be Eagles versus Bulls in tonight's matchup. I'm head coach Caleb Colquitt.
I'm Titus King.
All right, Titus and I are going to be bringing you all of the action for this evening. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Skyloft and see. Well, actually, we're going to go ahead and jump into the action. They kind of jumped the gun on us and started before they were supposed to, but we'll go straight into gameplay.
Hey, they're ready
here.
to play.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're eager. They're ready to go. And it looks like South Florida playing a Shadow Link, so going to use the Shadow Link skin. A good choice. And who's playing right now? Like, do we have a Bowser main?
Seth plays Bowser occasionally.
I have seen him play Bowser before, but normally he's pretty consistent on playing Samus. Uh-oh,
Oh.
and pine cones. Man, that is unfortunate. All right, nice down A. Combos into forward air. Oh, good ledge guard there using the up B. Oh!
The back air.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately gets caught with the edge of spin attack. You know, spin attack is not the greatest recovery move of all time, but it is pretty good for getting people off ledge when they're trying to ledge guard you.
One grab.
Yep.
There it is.
Command grab. There it is. Nice job.
Oh, I hate that grab so much.
Bowser bomb. Oh, he's
My
got
bomb.
bomb. This is my bomb now. Uh-oh. Fortunately, it walks into one of Link's strongest sword combos. Just that lagging forward smash. I know it well. It's one of young Link's strongest moves. Oh, good way to get him off of ledge there. Nice whirling fortress. Oh, wow. Good recovery by him.
Ooh.
And able to use spin attack. One of the safest out of shield options for Link.
Oh, that would have been a nice spike.
Oh, it would have been. It was a little off center though. Yeah, Link's starting to do a better job of reading out the dodge roll dodge game.
Link just has so many projectiles.
Yep. Not quite enough to kill, but close. Yeah, Seth got a little antsy there and did his ledge guard a little earlier than he should have. Uh-oh.
Ah.
That's the problem. I mean, that forward smash is a very nice move and can kill at very low damage, but if you lose it, it has a ton of in lag, and
Yep.
Link able to capitalize on that. So unfortunately, the team captain only able to take one stock off of South Florida, so we're going to go into the next one with a score of 9
Was
to
not
11.
expecting to see Bowser.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm kind of baffled by that. I don't know why Seth would go in with Bowser, but I guess for whatever reason, they looked at the matchups. Maybe they saw that all of their top players were hard counters to Samus or something, and he
Well, I
decided to
do
go with
know
Bowser.
two of their two best characters are a Steve main and a Bowser main.
Ah, yeah. I could see why that may have been a more valuable option. You know, I probably would have just gone with the character I'm comfortable with, but I can see why they might have been trying to pull that off there. So it looks like they're going to be sending in Darrien next, and Darrien, of course, typically plays Pit. So I would imagine we'd see Pit, which is a pretty good counter for Link. He has enough projectile options that
Yeah.
he's not as susceptible to being zoned. Plus he has his orbitars, which also reflect those projectiles. So Pit's a pretty good counter to Link. I'm not surprised that they would send him in.
And he's a lot faster, so he doesn't have to worry about zoning as much.
That's also true. Because he is quicker, his approach game is significantly better than Link's. So we'll see how this goes. It looks like they're going to be... they've asked for the bans, but South Florida has not said anything on that yet. But yeah, Bowser is not... I wouldn't say that Link is a counter to Bowser, but because of how big Bowser is, he is a little bit more subject to zoning, and he's not super fast, and that makes his approach game harder. So Bowser, I would say, is not a favorable matchup against Link.
No. But he does have tough guys, so he can just walk through a lot of his projectiles.
Yeah, and that's actually easier when you're playing against Young Link or Toon Link than Adult Link, because Adult Link does hit harder. So he's still unlikely to be able to trigger the tough guy, like go above the tough guy threshold, but he's more likely to, I guess, is the way I'm trying to say it. And they've banned Smashville, Battlefield, and Halabastion. So...
Knowing Darrien will probably go Battlefield.
I was actually going to say small Battlefield.
Or small Battlefield, since they've banned
Battlefield is banned. So I could see him going Kalos, and that wouldn't be a bad option, but...
Typically, he likes platforms.
Yeah, and the thing is, Links don't. You don't... As a Link player, you don't want platforms if you can help it. So as long as he picks pretty much anything other than Final Destination, I think he'll be fine.
It's weird that they banned Hollow.
I don't think so. It's one of the ones that has the big platform
Oh wait,
in the
that's
middle.
right. I was getting it mixed up.
Yeah. It has the big platform in the middle. Yeah, small battlefield. That's what I thought. Okay, so we're going to get underway here in just a second. And of course, Darrien Rogan, also known as Dman, since we had to skip our player intros. But Darrien Rogan is going in here in a second. There we go. So again, Shadow Link versus Pitt.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, and there's his stock. They taunt, and here we go. So very quick, a boomerang out of the gate. Not surprising at all. And now playing a very different style of Link than he was in the earlier match, playing much more up-close Link. You can tell he's not relying on his projectiles nearly as much, and that's probably because he understands that Pitt counters those much better.
It's one of Pitt's bread and butters.
Good spot
combos
dodge
is
there.
Up tilt into up air.
Oh, wow. And catches him with the spin attack. Oh. So now that's one thing, even though a lot of people were mad about Link's tether guard being taken away in Ultimate, it is faster, which means you can get around people much easier even if it has a shorter range. Oh man, the star KO with my favorite line, probably in this entire game, saying that he doesn't know how to read. Oh, good. Grab to get around the shield. Oh, he was just a hair late and is able to reflect bomb.
Yeah.
Tried to get too cute, too fancy, but thankfully Darrien read that and stayed away from bomb.
Nice perfect shield with the boomerang.
Mm-hmm. Now he missed his mark just slightly there, unfortunately. Nice. All right. Oh, man.
Ooh.
Nasty ledge guard there with bomb. And this Link has quite a bit of survivability. Granted, Pitt doesn't have a ton of kill moves except for maybe his side B.
His back
And
air
back air is pretty strong. Like, it'll launch you. And finally, he's able to get the kill there. But already, South Florida has eaten into Faulkner's lineup pretty hard. Nice. Doesn't do that much damage, but it's still nice to get. Old boomerang. Yeah, after a certain amount of time, it will hit below ledge.
Pitt just having, Link having more range than Pitt.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a spacing problem, and I wonder if, because when you're facing Toon Link or Young Link, you don't have that problem because Pitt actually has more range.
Yeah.
But in this situation, Link has more. Oh. The double shield. Good read there. Yeah, unfortunately, he just kind of goes for it, but he's a little bit low. And Younglink able to...
Oh, Darrien taking
Good
the
catch in the
bomb
air, yeah.
right away. Almost gimped him.
Oh! Saved himself with the arrow there. That was impressive. It didn't look like much from here. Oh!
Oh!
And is able to get the KO.
For once, Pitt's swords hit.
Yes. And proving once again that up air is one of the best weapons in Pitt's arsenal. Man, that was quite a performance. And Faulkner's still down, but now only down by 2 stocks, and Darrien still has 1 stock left to face the next guy. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe, they'll probably try to come up with something that counters Pitt. But, if Darrien could just take a stock or 2 off, that would put us in a pretty good position, actually.
Trying to think.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Look who they're sending in, Titus.
Oh, not the puff.
It's the bane of my existence.
Well, we about to lose coach. He's about to go on a road trip.
I'm going to throw something if we lose to a Jigglypuff. I was watching a movie not too long ago, and it was about a basketball team, and it was kind of poking fun at it. And the team is losing at halftime, and they come into the locker room, and they're fussing at the coach about how they're not winning and not playing really well. He's like, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I've already thrown 3 chairs. I don't know what else to do. That's going to be me if we lose to a Jigglypuff. However, if we just 3 stock a Jigglypuff here, that would make my day.
That would be amazing.
That would be the second best thing that's happened this week.
I think Darrien would deserve dinner after that.
Oh, for sure. I am putting a bounty on all Jigglypuff's head from here on out. If you kill a Jigglypuff, we will buy a certain food item for you. And I know the audience doesn't know because they're not a sponsor anymore. But for those of you that are on the team, you know which one that is.
Well, time to go find some Jigglypuffs because I need food.
Yep. That's motivation right there. Typical Pitt has to show off and KO on the side of the screen. Nope. All right, here we go. The fight is on. That's what he used to say when he did that animation.
Not very safe playing Jigglypuff.
I was thinking the same thing. Usually Jigglypuffs are more aggressive than this. And a nice double neutral air.
It's weird that they put a Jigglypuff up against a sword character.
Yeah, I thought that was a little strange too, but... Oh.
Well, I guess that shows why they put it.
Also, it's interesting that they're using the Persona 4 theme here. Or the Persona 4 battle theme, sorry. Uh-oh. Oh, he almost stage spiked him. That would have been amazing. Nice. Oh! Man, really unfortunate. The Jigglypuff using, what was that, a back air, I believe?
Either back air or forward air.
I can't tell the difference because they look almost exactly the same.
Almost all of Jigglypuff's moves are the same.
Yeah, I mean, they're just little pink kicks. That's about it.
And they beat everything.
Well, there we go. But unfortunate for us. So we're actually in their arena, which explains why they're using the Persona 4 music. But yeah, it looks like the guys are going to go with K. Rool, so that's going to be Raeff, who's actually about to jump into this one. So that'll be interesting to see. And especially with K. Rool being a heavy, that would be an interesting matchup against a Jigglypuff. So, oh, it's funny. In the chat, Seth actually spelled it Raeff on K. Roll. So apparently K. Roll will be playing, not K. Rool. But anyway. No, with this matchup, K. Rool is obviously significantly heavier. He hits way harder. He has really big sweeping attacks. And that could be a problem for Jigglypuff, who really needs to have control of the aerial game. While it is true that him being a bigger target makes it easier for her to land her aerials, because he falls so much faster, she won't be able to juggle nearly as effectively as she would against a very floaty character like Pit. Yep. So hopefully that bodes well for us.
Belly armor.
Yes, the belly armor makes a big difference as well. By the way, Battlefield, Town and City, and Pokemon Stadium 2 have been banned. Small Battlefield is the pick, so they will be on Small Battlefield.
That's one of his favorite stages.
Oh, he loves Small Battlefield. I see him on it all the time. We're going to have some Jigglypuff cannonball action here, I'm sure. He's going to be launching Jigglypuff from the gun.
Launch that Jigglypuff.
She deserves it. She really does. All right, and here we go. We're underway.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, wow. And Jigglypuff kind of getting advantage here, but Raeff coming back with a vengeance and evening the score up pretty much. Oh, nice. Very good. Oh, man, he was just half a second late there. So sort of a psych out there with the cannon and the crown, able to cover a lot of ground with that. Yep, and that's KO number 2.
That's what you get for trying to rest.
Indeed, I feel no sympathy whatsoever. Uh-oh.
Good tech.
Very good tech. Might have saved him there.
Although, King K. Rool does have a pretty decent recover.
Yeah, he's actually one of the rare heavy characters that has a really good recovery. And a really good launch. I think Jigglypuff able to DI out of that.
Break the shield.
Oh.
I'd love to see a Jigglypuff death by shield break.
Oh, that would be funny. Because it's so similar to the way she usually gets KOs. Oh! And gets hit by his own crown. And belly armors! That was
He
a really
refuses to die.
That was a really fun belly armor, by the way.
Almost was a
Wait,
stage
this is
fight.
probably going to be it.
Yo,
That's it.
Yeah, let's
Hey!
go.
3 stock in the Jigglypuff.
We love to see that.
Oh, man. Does my heart good. That's the second best thing that's happened this week. And you know what the first is.
Yep.
But inside jokes. But yeah, so Raeff doing a fantastic job there and actually bringing Faulkner back to a tie. So now South Florida and Faulkner even, and we get to see what they're going to do from here on out. Would love to see this continue to go our way, because not only do we have Raeff, but we still have Cam waiting behind Raeff.
Yep.
So we will see exactly how that goes.
Here comes their Bowser.
Blaze X. I like the name. It's a good screen name. As Bowser. So this was the one that they were talking
wonder if
about
that means
earlier.
they're saving their Steve as their anchor.
Probably so. I would imagine that's the case. I also hate Steve, but not as much as Jigglypuff. I don't hate anything as much as I hate Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff is just hateable. Steve is just annoying.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You have Jigglypuff, or you have Steve, who's annoying. I would say the most annoying characters. This will be a fun little thing to do while we're waiting on the next match. My most annoying characters would be Steve, Diddy Kong, Olimar, and both of the Animal Crossing characters, so Villager and Isabelle. What would yours be? Would you same list or?
Yeah, but also Bowser.
See, I don't find Bowser that annoying. Like,
I can't counter Bowser.
really?
Nothing I play can counter Bowser. My best Bowser counter I have is Pyra Mithra. I still can't beat him.
See, I feel like I do really well against Bowser in just about all of my mains. Like, Young Link does fine against him because he can zone him. Cloud does fine against him because he has those really big sweeping sword moves that just catch Bowser. So
just all you gotta do is throw you off stage, though.
yeah, I mean, but another thing too, you and I are both Roy players as well, and I do pretty good against Bowser with Roy.
Terrible against Bowser as Roy.
I don't know, like, and I'm not a better Roy than you. Like, you've played me with Roy. We're pretty evenly matched, but for whatever reason, I just do better.
I play a very aggressive Roy,
That may be it.
and so a lot of times he can shield right before I do side B, and he just has everything out of shield.
No, like everything else, I play conservatively. Like, everything in my life is conservative, so I
Heavy
play
character
conservative
versus
Roy.
heavy character, tough guy versus tough guy.
Yeah, two very iconic video game villains here. And so far, K. Rool having better luck against him.
He is not letting up.
No, I like it. Very, very good attack on him. Oh, and the crocodile clap.
The double perfect shield.
Oh, but catches him in a whirling fortress. Oh, it's so funny watching K-Rool get caught in a multi-hit move because he has like the bugged out eye right there.
Yep.
Oh, nice!
And that right there is the reason I hate facing his King K. Rool. Oh no.
That was a very weird exchange. A lot of things happened in a very short amount of
Belly
time.
armor broke.
Yep. Uh-oh. Come on, K. Rool. Oh, man. Masterful aiming of the Bowser Flame there. And catches
That's
him in the
gonna be
Bowser
it.
Bomb. That's going to be a KO.
Oh,
Nice.
good kill.
Very good. So it's so funny to watch these two heavies go at it with one another because a lot of their kills are going to be horizontal kills rather than vertical ones. Yeah, left himself open there, and Raeff able to punish pretty effectively.
The Bowser foot stomp.
Yep. He's mad at Mario for having done it to him for years. All right, and the crown throw able to get him out of shield. Tries to go for a grab there, but mistimes it a little bit.
Didn't know you could angle his flame down like that.
Yeah, you can. You have to be at like the exact right spot to do it, though. And K. Rool getting up at the exact right time. That's going to be a Bowser Bomb, which does put him in danger. Oh, Belly Shield saves him there. Oh, man. But the up smash, or wait, was that up smash or up tilt? I didn't see.
That was up tilt.
Yes, I believe you're correct. But yeah, unfortunately,
Them animations.
for sure. Oh man, he was able to break out just a little too fast. Oh no, that could be trouble. Nice! Oh my gosh!
The
Wow!
read.
unbelievable. The way that he just read that and then just was able to grab him right off the edge and sling him into the back. I mean,
Because that forward tilt was going to kill.
oh, it absolutely was. So the fact that Raeff was able to read that and then eke one out puts Faulkner in the lead for the first time this evening. So we're up
Love
by
to
a
see
stock. Yeah, absolutely. And it also means that looks like they're going to be
He's a
sending
sword
in me
fighter.
sword fighter. So that's interesting.
Chakram, Tornado, Blade Counter, Hero Skin.
Yeah. Chakram, blade counter.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
What?
If I'm not mistaken, those are the same moves that Brandon has on Smelt.
Different neutral B. He doesn't have chakram.
Oh, well, but he does have Tornado and Blade Counter.
Yes, he does. Both of those are in there, which makes sense because tornado is almost universally used by me sword fighters. And blade counter, again, because it's a counter, almost
Yeah.
everybody wants a counter. So
What's Chakram?
chakram, they throw out like a discus looking thing.
Oh, he has that on Smedpool.
Oh, I didn't know that, but yeah. So it's a different. I think that's side B. So, but Final Destination, Town and City, and Halabastion have been banned. So we'll see how this goes. None of those are particularly ones that Raeff really loves anyway, so I don't think the bans are going to make a big difference. Especially, oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong because we banned those, and I was
Brain's
like,
not
that's
braining.
yeah. I don't know why, but I was like, that's weird because I like those are like all the stages that Raeff doesn't like, and this because Raeff banned them.
Yeah.
That would make sense. All right, so they're going to be on Kalos, and the game is starting right now. There we go. All right, so
Raeff already doing really good.
yeah, he's one of the things that's tricky about any of the Miis is that you do have to learn them almost each individually. You can't just like learn this is how to counter me anything. Oh, but the
Ooh.
counter, this is not good. Yep, and that's going to be a kill. Just a really unfortunate counter there that broke shield ended with a KO. That really shouldn't have happened. It was kind of a fluke thing, but you know, fair. They take it fair and square.
And it completely broke his super armor.
Yeah, so it was just kind of an unfortunate thing. It's not something that Raeff didn't like make a glaring mistake or anything
Yeah.
there. It was just that he happened to hit at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it wound up because he only had the one stock. It wound up costing him more than it would have in a normal
Yep.
competitive match. So
Luckily, we do have a couple of people that play sword fighters.
Yes.
Sword fighters, me brawler, and me gunner.
yeah, so we do have a few that do that. Cam will sort of sub on. He uses the sand skin and will play me gunner from time to time.
You mean Connor?
Huh? Didn't I say Connor?
You said Cam.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking because Cam was coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long day, guys. I just got back from Greek class, so
Well, that'll do it. I'm
you're not wrong.
glad I'm not in that class.
Yeah. Well, I thought about just as a joke, I should come on and do the entire broadcast in Koine Greek. Probably not the best idea that I've had.
And I will pretend like I know exactly what you're saying the entire time.
Just not along. I will say the Venn diagram of people that watch competitive Smash Bros. And speak Koine Greek, there's not a lot of overlap. It's very tiny.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm kind of a niche. But anyway. But that was a great round by Raeff, and I'm really looking forward to Cam. It is down to an even
Like
score
Cam's
now.
Going Captain Falcon. Understandable, since he doesn't really like playing his main Zero Suit Samus online.
Here we go. Yeah, Zero Suit doesn't do as well in online play, so that makes sense.
Good spot dodge.
Yeah, very good. Now, this is the problem with Captain Falcon is he does get outranged by blade characters. And the fact that this particular Mii Sword Fighter has 2 ranged options does become a problem for him. Oh. Solid up air there. Oh no, gets caught on the edge there.
Wow.
Man, what a recovery. Yeah, he's getting juggled really hard here. Not a whole lot Captain Falcon could do. I'm surprised we haven't seen him try to use down A. Because that's a pretty strong anti-juggle move.
Got the shield poke.
All right.
Just got to take 2 more stocks at 128.
Oh yeah, Cam can do that.
I've seen him do it.
He's got it.
Even and with Captain Falcon too.
All right, uses Raptor Boost. And unfortunately, still having some trouble staying on the ground, getting juggled pretty hard here.
Oh, the counter again.
Yeah, so that counter has been quite a pain in the side for Faulkner players. Unfortunately, that does mean that South Florida does take the first set, which means that Faulkner now has to win 2 sets back-to-back in order to win this one. So, gonna have to really shore up their strategy here, tighten up the screws, and be able to come back and make a, be able to do something with that. So we'll see where they go from here. I wonder if they'll wind up putting Seth in first this time, like they did last time.
Maybe something besides Bowser.
Yep. Double blind. So the other team is asking if we want to do double blind Pokemon Stadium 2, which that just means that we will pick our fighter and our
Character without saying anything.
Yeah, without saying a thing, and
That's
then
what we
just
did
default
first
to
round.
yeah. So they may agree to that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it doesn't look like they've agreed to that so far. But yeah, so a few things that would make mention of in that first one. First of all, Raeff had a fantastic set, and if it hadn't been for that weird fluke counter, which again, they did it fair and square, nothing wrong with that. It's just that's something that really even your best Smash player wouldn't be able to just read through.
Yeah.
And the fact that it happened to hit at exactly the time that it did, and that it happened to be on the platform, which is the only place that you can kill K. Rool with that damage with that character. I mean, just the stars kind of had to align for that KO to happen there. And to be fair, that Mii Sword Fighter is a very good player. Okay, so we're seeing Samus versus Jiggly.
This is funny because Seth plays Jigglypuff sometimes.
Yeah, he used to actually main Jigglypuff a long time ago, mostly to annoy me.
Sounds like Seth.
Yep. And so, oh man, just slightly too early on the tether grab there. Nice catching him in the screw attack and the forward air. Oh, wow.
That's so safe out of shield if they hit.
Yeah, Seth's gotten really good at using that move, because I remember when he first started here, he didn't really use it hardly at all, but he's using it a lot now. And
now it's his go-to move.
It's one of his go-to moves. It's not quite as much of his signature move as forward air, but because he forward air.
Oh.
Of course. The cheapest, worst move in the entire game.
Heals so low.
Yeah, and with very little effort.
Although I guess getting into someone's literal hitbox.
I mean, yes, it's difficult to hit in that sense, but if you just spend all your time learning how to do that, you don't really have to know any other skills in the game. That's why it's a cheap way to win.
Also, it blocks so many things because, like, characters that rush towards you as their attack, you can just use it and it stops and kills you.
Yeah, and that completely has changed the momentum of this match, because now Seth was, you know, very clearly ahead and winning this matchup, and now struggling to even get, and now down by 2 stocks.
Like, I know Charizard's Flare Blitz, is it?
I don't know. I don't know what you're about to say.
Where he, like, launches himself
Yeah,
forward.
that's Flare Blitz.
Well, Jigglypuff can just sit there and then rest.
Yeah, so he has the up throw, but it's not quite at kill damage yet. There we go.
He tried.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm kind of surprised that he did tether grab there, but I guess it got the job done. A little baby charge shot. I always like that because it interrupts people's timing and they're not expecting it. Oh no. Really unfortunate. Seth did not mean to air dodge there, and it wound up putting him in a position where he couldn't jump. So, man, really, really awful situation there that puts Faulkner at a 2-stock disadvantage instead of just being at a 1-stock disadvantage. Not to say that he would have taken that stock if he had been able to continue, but the point is he lost the opportunity that under normal circumstances he should have. But I mean, just a costly error by Faulkner in that sense. So looks like they're, now this is kind of surprising, but it looks like they're going to go with Raeff, which I would not have expected him to go in this early. I would have thought they would have held him back to the 3rd or 4th position. But especially since Jigglypuff is one that we have plenty of good counters to, but
yeah,
it looks like they are going to go with Raeff.
Again, K-roll.
Look, he's not the captain because of his spelling. That was not a prerequisite for for the position.
Probably because he hasn't gone and got glasses yet.
Oh, I don't think that's it. I think 20/20 vision Seth would still spell it that way.
Oh, they gave him small battlefield.
Yep, so we're going to small battlefield for this one. And so it's Jigglypuff versus Rule. Bum 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 ba da da. Sleeps right off the stage.
This Jigglypuff is remembering this last match.
Also remind me I owe Raeff a cheeseburger. So Jigglypuff doing a good job of shield pressuring here, but Raeff able to sort of dance around that. It's such a funny recovery. Oh, and hit by Cannonball. Lingers a little too long on his neutral B there. Oh! And unfortunately, Rest is able to get a very early kill. And there's a classic example of why this game and character should not exist. And there you go. For those who live by the rest shall die by the rest. Look at him. All right, gets him with Cannonball. Now sets up with Crown.
Oh,
nice.
Double hit.
Uh-oh. Yeah, miss aims that one just a slight little bit. Nice tech there. Oh, no.
Oh, just barely not able to come back.
Yeah, unfortunately. Nice.
Got him.
Well, not nearly as efficient as the last match. Unfortunately, Raeff losing 2 stocks there, but Faulkner is still very much within striking distance, only 2 stocks down. And so if Raeff can do some serious damage and even bring Faulkner back to a tie in this next match, that will certainly be something that will help us out. So it looks like Muna is going to be playing, so we're going to see that link that we saw at the beginning of the last match. So that'll be interesting. Again, this is part of the reason that I was kind of surprised they threw Raeff in the second slot. I probably would have gone a different route, but I'm surprised now that they're sending in Link against Raeff because he struggled so much against K. Rool in that first one. So who knows? So Raeff has again banned Final Destination, Town and City, and Battlefield. So they're going to go Kalos again. Which means we're going to have a Crocodile versus Surfetched battle here for you. I mean, it made sense. All right, so here we go.
Different Link skin this time.
Yeah, going with the classic Tunic of the Wild look, which I am a fan of. I like it.
Sure can fall.
Boy, he does, doesn't he? I love how he used the Master Sword beam and then K. Rool was immediately like, nope, don't want that anymore. Let's put some damage on you so that doesn't happen. Oh, wow. That came very close to killing. And he counters his boomerang with his own boomerang. And that's probably going to kill. Oh, but he's able to mash out of it.
Oh.
Wow. Forward air.
Almost took a stock.
Yeah, very close. But now, South Florida, a full 3 stocks ahead of Faulkner, not looking good for the Eagles. They're going to have to do something drastic to come back from this one. So it's either going to be Cam
They still have a Bowser main.
They do still have the Bowser main. And that's unfortunate, which again, that's why I was really kind of hoping they would save Raeff for the Bowser. Because now they have to pick between, depending on whoever they don't pick here, that means that either Cam or Darrien is going to have to go up against the Bowser. And I would prefer Cam go up against the Bowser. Oh, actually, it looks like they're going to be sending in Cam, and he's going to be playing Zero Suit.
Interesting.
Which, yeah, he typically doesn't like to play Zero Suit online.
Even though that is his main.
Yes, but Zero Suit is a decent counter pick to Link here. Like, Zero Suit typically wins that matchup. And so that may be what they were thinking. I figured he would play Captain Falcon again and play against Bowser, because that's a really good matchup. But
although his Zero Suit Samus is good against Bowser, too.
That's also true. But we'll see. And then they also have that Steve player that you were talking about that we still haven't seen. So, and it looks like they're going to go Battlefield. So we'll see how this unfolds here quickly. Hopefully Cam can make a pretty big turnaround here. And very quickly, Link able to get off several good combos against Zero Suit. Now Cam's starting to come back a little bit, starting to read his movements. Whoa.
Almost got the spike.
Yeah, just about. It was close. Good way to get out of that ledge guard. Nice little tether grab.
Ooh.
Yeah. Up smash, one of Link's best kill moves.
And sadly, it does not take much to kill her.
Nope. That's the thing about Zero Suit. Zero Suit, unlike her armored counterpart, very light. Not floaty, but light. Yeah, and unfortunately, because that up smash covers so much ground, it catches a lot of people that are trying to dodge roll behind.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it does have a lot of in lag, so if you were able to dodge it completely... Oh, and there's a kill.
Cam's most common kill.
Yeah, the stun into the up air. Or, that's an up smash, right?
I don't know what it is.
I don't think it's up air because he starts from the ground, so it's got to be up smash, I would think. See, and now he's learning the timing on it. You saw that he weighted shield on all three of those strikes. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, neutral air really got her there. Going for a lot of grabs here, and it looks like it pays off right there. And he just wasn't quite over ledge. So that can happen sometimes. Even though spin attack is a great move, it's not amazing with its recovery, and there is a little bit of wiggle room in the aiming. Oh, wow. Yeah, Cam not able to get the read on that one. Yeah, being a little greedy here, trying to get that KO a little too quickly. And Link is definitely at kill damage, but needs to take it a little slower here and just build up a little more damage before getting that kill. You don't want to get greedy. Oh, and unfortunately, forward smash is able to take out Cam's last stock. So while Cam did a good job of getting 2 kills on that Link, now Faulkner down to just Darrien with no more stocks to spare, just has 3 left on our last man. And with a 7 stock still on the South Florida side, even if Darrien's able to take this next stock quickly, he's still got to go through 2 more players afterwards. So difficult position for the Eagles, definitely not insurmountable, but a very, very steep climb. Yeah, absolutely. We're not in a good position right here. As the great philosopher Everett would say, we're in a tight spot. So hopefully we're able to get out of this one. And it looks like, yeah, Seth just acknowledging what we already knew. They're going to be sending in Darrien as Pit. And they have yet to send in the bands. There we go. Town, Smashville, and Halabastion. So I imagine that means Darrien would go small battlefield. That tends to be one of his favorites. He also really likes Kalos, so I could see him going to either one of those 2.
Or normal battlefield.
Yeah, but he seems to not favor normal battlefield as much. Yeah, small battlefield. So that's going to be the pick. But yeah, he just doesn't seem to favor battlefield as much as a lot of other pit mains. I think he likes having that open space in the middle where it's harder to hide from his juggling.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I understand that. I actually used to main pit back in Brawl. I don't really do that much anymore because they changed him so much, but
When I first started playing, I used to play pit.
I didn't know
That's where I first started. That's what I tried out with.
That's right, you did try out
And
with
then I picked
Pit.
up Roy. 'Cause I saw Darrien played pit, and I was like, you can have him.
Well, and I don't know if you knew this, but Caleb Ote, who was on the team at the time, was also a Pit. So I was like, I guess everybody's just playing Pit now.
Well, it's like they switched sides.
Yeah, so Pit and Link are fairly even as far as matchups go. However, I would give slight advantage to Link just because he has a little bit more range. He's a little bit heavier. And he has more options on projectiles, but fairly even matchup. And Orbitar's breaking there, so he won't be able to use them for a few more seconds.
Ooh.
Oh. And a tough burst loss of stock there. Yeah, going in for a hit and being punished for not going in a little too hard there. Yeah, and it was set up for a combo, but unfortunately Link had already launched Boomerang, and so it came back and hit Pit in the foot.
And his recovery is just so good.
Yep. You got to watch out for Boomerang. It'll get you on the back one. In fact, most Link players are intentionally trying to hit you not on the first hit, but on the second. At least that's what I do. Ooh. Forward smash gets him again.
Oh. Not what we like to see.
Yeah, Darrien not having nearly as good a performance here in the early game, or in the last match as he was in the first one. He was much more even then. Oh, and the grab does go through Orbitars, as we just saw. So, and this is one thing that's different too. Small battlefield, still probably an advantage for Pit, But unlike Young Link and Toon Link, it's not as big of a disadvantage for Adult Link because he has much more under-platform options. Oh, and there you go. A really strong showing by South Florida there. Link main able to take 3 stocks off of pit like that, and that is going to be game. Unfortunately, that means South Florida wins this one by a score of 2-0. So Faulkner had a really strong showing early on. They started to fade a little bit in the second round, but still, you can tell that these guys really know what they're doing. They have really matured in the seasons that I've been with them, and this was a showing that we would not have had. I mean, not have come anywhere close to winning in the early days of the program. So it does, even though this wasn't the result that we wanted, it does do my heart good to see the guys actually putting forth an effort and coming really within an eyelash of winning that first set.
Especially compared to last game.
Yeah, for sure. So, unfortunately, that's going to be it for us here on the Faulkner Sports Network. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with an interview for the post-game show.
Preparing leaders for the River region and beyond, Faulkner University's Harris College of Business is distinctively different, focusing on ethics and character development in the classroom and building ethical foundations with our new Ethics Institute. Living the mission of Faulkner University to glorify God through education of the whole person, emphasizing integrity of character in a caring Christian environment where every individual matters every day.
As a student at the Harris College of Business, I saw firsthand the mission of Faulkner University. My professors there not only taught me, but they also mentored me. They encouraged me. They cared for me. They instilled character and integrity into me. I mattered every day. That mission hasn't changed. Harris College of Business continues to provide its students with the tools they need to succeed in today's business world.
Did you know that 100% of Faulkner's computer science graduates
since 2014 have found jobs
in their fields within 6 months of graduating?
We live in the information age where you either use a computer or you get left behind. Are you ready for your future? Faulkner's computer science program is your gateway to a leading-edge career with purpose.
I built church websites, and through the training and instruction that I received from Faulkner, I was able to go right into my career after graduation.
It laid a solid foundation for what you need to know.
At Faulkner, there are many kind and knowledgeable people that are eager to help you prepare for the future.
In the U.S., there are predicted to be over 400,000 job openings each year for computer specialists with median wages well above average. What you learn at Faulkner will give you control of what your future looks like. Our faculty has an average of 16 years of industrial experience and is ready to navigate you to a bright future as a computer scientist. Come join us at Faulkner University. Your future is worth it.
Much for being with us here for the post-game show with Faulkner Sports Network. I am Caleb Colquitt here with Raeff Thrash, otherwise known as Calzone, and we just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the game that we had. And this was a really well orchestrated matchup in a lot of ways. Like, we were very even, especially in that first match. And want to give you props for having just a fantastic first round, especially against Jigglypuff and also against Bowser.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so one of the things when you're going into a matchup like that where you're K-Rool against Bowser, you got heavy against heavy, what's the thinking that goes into that? What was your strategy going forward?
Well, Crown Armor is something that K-Rool relies a lot on, but all of Bowser's aerials, except for his neutral layer, take him out of Crown Armor super easily, so you can't use Crown like you would as a general wall in a lot of other matchups.
Right.
And so you have to be ready for a lot more brawling. Also, Bowser loves the out of shield game. And I planned on doing it, didn't actually do it, but but doing a lot of tomahawk grabs is kind of vital to playing really well against Bowser. And I just managed to catch him out of shield, and then he had me in the end. All he had to do was go a little bit lower on the forward air, but he went high, and so he got sucked into the cannon and shot out the other end.
Yeah, that was a great way to end that set, by the way, being able to catch him off the edge of the screen, turn around, and blast him into the side. That was really, really fun to watch.
The melee characters have to be careful for that. You have to go underneath. He's vulnerable underneath. And so a lot of sword characters will just swipe at him, and Bowser's forward air is perfect for that, but a little bit of misspacing on his part paid off for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to also mention in that set against the Jigglypuff, it seemed like you struggled a lot more in the second one because Jigglypuff used, first of all, got kind of a cheeky kill with that rest early on. And so what was the difference, primarily the difference between the first set and second set, and why did you struggle a little bit more in the second?
It was entirely with my focus. The plan against Jigglypuff, it's a comfortable matchup for me. I used to play it all the time. And you have to just be willing to play the slow game and never fight and always be on the defense and ready to play the 10-minute timeout game. And the second that you start getting a little bit antsy, her combos are so easy to hit on King K. Rool that your stocks just disappear, and so you can't lose focus ever. And I felt just a lot more pressure in the second game, considering how I did in the first, to perform, and it caused me to overstep, both against Jigglypuff and the Link. So definitely just about maintaining posture. That's it.
Understandable. And speaking of posture, this is kind of a weird question because I know the audience didn't actually see this, but it's something I picked up on. You're like the only Smash Bros player I've seen that plays standing up.
Well, normally I'll sit down. If I'm at a bracket or something, I'll sit down. But just with the setup that we have over here, the couch is kind of low. And so I feel like I'm being swallowed by the TV, and it makes it a little bit harder to focus. But when I can stand back and it looks more like a monitor, it lets me get back into the natural element, the way that I'm used to doing things. So
yeah, and I mean that's perfectly fine. Whatever you do is fine. I just you know, if it helps you play better, I was just like,
it's a matter of personal
that's interesting.
preference.
I don't think I've ever seen someone stand and play.
I was using the stool last week, but this week I just wanted to stand. I've been sitting all day, so
I got you.
Stretch the legs.
See, I actually don't play as well standing up, and that's one of the reasons that I was asking. Like, I play better sitting down, even if so. You know our mobile station.
Yes.
I know the audience doesn't know how tall the mobile station is, but for me, standing and playing at the mobile station is roughly eye level. Even though sitting down takes me out of eye level, I still play better sitting down than I do standing up.
I'd definitely say on the whole, I prefer sitting down to standing up. I'll typically rest the arms on the knees, but no, this was just an adaptation based on the environment.
There you go.
If I could pull up one of the lifeguard chairs and sit way high up, I might just do that. But no, it's just personal preference. Typically, sitting down is better. Your arms don't get tired. So.
Yeah. Well, so I did want to ask one last question, and it was about this sort of matchup as a whole. One of the things that I was interested in is it seemed like when you were in the game, you were very conscientious about the shield and the sort of roll, dodge, roll game. And in the first set, it seemed like you did much better with that than in the second one, where Jigglypuff seemed to get the better of you, I would say about 60 to 70% of the time. And so why was that? Was there something you were doing wrong, or were you just...
It was entirely my fault, yes. I was just playing too fast. In these matchups where it is K. Rool, a lot of times your job is to slow the game down to your pace, because he's not fast, but he has goofy hitboxes and 2 projectiles, so he can control the pace of the game and force the opponent to shield when he wants them to shield. And a lot of times Jigglypuffs will hop right over that cannonball or that crown, and you know exactly what's going to happen. Then you can just do an up-angled forward tilt. You have armor on it, and it's really good anti-air. And so in the second match, I was playing too fast. I was looking for too many aerials just to hit Jigglypuff instead of punishing after I set up first. So it's about playing slower, playing lame. Don't be afraid to be that guy, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, playing lame, but if you win, that's not lame.
Exactly,
so
exactly.
That's how I always say. It's like, look, I don't care if it looks boring. If you win, you win. But yeah, so thanks for that insight. We appreciate it, Raeff, of course. And always good to have here to have you as a interviewee as opposed to a
That's
commentator.
right.
The
That's
way
right,
that
yeah.
the audience is probably used to seeing you. But yeah, so that's going to be it for our game today, and we do have a few more games coming up that we wanted to let you know about before we send you off for the evening. We do have another broadcast coming up tomorrow, Counter-Strike 2. That's going to be against let's see. It looks like we're going to be against the Vermont State Knights. So we've got that matchup. And then for next week, we do have another Smash Bros. Game coming up. And I did want to go ahead and make a note that the blue team actually has a bye next week. So there will be no Smash Blue game next week. That's going to be a Smash Bros. White match, which is, it's unfortunate that we don't have a blue team matchup, but it is nice because that means that there will be no conflict, which means that we will very easily be able to bring you the Smash White team. And our opponent for that game, which is going to be on the 22nd, is going to be Tougaloo College. So it'll be Eagles versus Bulldogs for that one. Look forward to bringing that one to you as well. That's going to be it for us this evening. And we're going to go ahead and call it a night here. Special thanks to our production team, in particular Liz Anderson, doing a great job pushing all the right buttons and keeping us on the screen and making sure that we don't look like jerks on here. Difficult job from time to time. And also for her assistants who, Keandre and Josh, were both helping out with production tonight as well. For my broadcast partner, Titus King, who did a fantastic job adding a little flavor, as we would like to say, a little flavor to the straight. I got Raeff with that one. I knew I could make you crack.
It hurt my heart, Coach.
I knew I could make you crack. Anyway, so if I add enough cheese. But anyway, so special thanks to him for doing a great job with the color commentary tonight as well. And of course, I am your head coach and host, Caleb Colquitt, saying so long from everybody here at the Faulkner Sports Network. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. for that Counter-Strike game against the Knights. So we will see you then. Until that happens, stay the course, friends.
The preceding broadcast was an official presentation of Faulkner University. It may not be redistributed without the express written consent of the Faulkner University Athletic Department. Regitar USA High-Res Arena is sponsored by Regitar USA. The national anthem was performed by the Faulkner University Chorus. If you would like to learn more about the Faulkner Esports program, visit our official website at faulknereagles.com or follow us on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram for all the latest news and events. Thank you for watching, and soar Eagles!